All right. Looks like we're back on here. Just working on the poll question while people filter in a little bit, and we will jump right back into it. At least I can fix the poll question now. Let's see. There we go. Start the poll question back up. So I have fixed the poll question now. Like I said, it's not the internet. I don't know what is up with YouTube here, but YouTube's been dodgy at best with the live streams, unfortunately. But we were talking about what was I even talking about? The Xfinity side of things. How many Cup drivers could be back in the Xfinity series? I think the best option for the Cup drivers in the Xfinity series would be don't limit how many starts the Cup drivers can make. Limit how many Cup drivers can be in there per race. So I think what a good number would be like three max. You can have maximum three Cup drivers, and it would be a first come first serve type of situation. But they could run as many races as they wanted to, but you have to limit it to three races, and it would sort of be like a relegation thing. Like if you run a race here, you go to the bottom of the list. So like if another guy wanted to run a race later, and was down to picking between the three. Put that guy here because he hadn't run and this guy's run. And as soon as he runs his race, he goes back down to the bottom, bumps the next guy up. That would be a better system than what we currently have now, where the drivers are limited to five races. I think limiting how many Cup drivers are in the field would be a better solution for what we've got going on. And these things are done so far in advance, you would definitely eliminate any conflict of who would be where. So I think that would be a better option than limiting how many races a driver can race. Because back in the day, it was always cool to see Dale Earnhardt and Harry Gant and Mark Martin, all those guys run in the Busch Series, as it was called back then. So I think that would be the better option as far as that goes. All right. We are back to the live. So right now, 50% once again for RCR. RFK getting 0 votes this time on the poll question. Who gets Rodney now that he has left Spire? RFK 0. Legacy's got 10%. Others getting 40%. RCR is at 50%. Only a few votes in though, so that could swing drastically one way or the other. BB was halfway through my comment and we froze. I'm a jinx, says Shy. It's official. Shy is a jinx. So there you go. YouTube 1, BB 0, LOL says Joseph Wooten for sure. YouTube's got more than one on me, so I don't know, man. These things freeze up. I don't get it. I don't know. My internet's good. Literally, I can hear the TV going back there, and that's streaming. So I don't know. Let's see. Ric Flair, woo, BB's back, says in between the lanes. Appreciate it. Always good to have you guys back as well. Shy, you're a jinx, says one wise guy. How about qualifying for the Cup drivers? The fastest three get in, says Bruce Garvey. Yeah, but you got to get sponsors and all that stuff figured out. So I don't know that would necessarily work. I think, I doubt there's rarely going to be more than three that want to be in the field anyway. But if you open it up like that, I think you would definitely, for sure. Wise guys becoming an issue. LOL says Shaw. NASCAR didn't give Jesse Love Jr. the win with RCR's appeal. Okay, so RCR lost the appeal. That must be relatively new because I didn't see that one earlier when I was setting all this up. So that is an interesting thing there. Like I said, Dale Jr. mentioned on his Dale Jr. download that he had appealed the same thing before and that he had gotten it approved. So he was actually expecting, I guess, RCR to win the appeal. But if RCR didn't win the appeal. Apparently, NASCAR didn't deem that issue the same as the junior issue when they had a similar component. Like I said, I wasn't able to look at either one of them, so I can't give a definitive answer other than interesting that RCR lost their appeal once again, and Junior Motorsports, which is Hendrick affiliated, didn't lose their appeal once again. Conspiracy theory hat, tinfoil hat on. I said it like that to be funny, but it is what it is. That's exactly what people are going to be saying that are anti-Hendrick Motorsports or pro-RCR. So that is definitely going to be the opinion I think that a lot of people are going to hold. But at the end of the day, RCR could have also just flat out cheated. RCR, something could have broke. There's all kinds of stuff that could have happened. But I think the main storyline and narratives from the fans are going to be drawn right along fan lines. Like the Hendrick guys are going to get blamed for always getting away with stuff. The RCR guys are definitely going to say like, "Hey, we never win appeals." So it's going to be, I think it'll play out interestingly as far as that goes. Let's see. What do you think about the NASCAR saying "run what you brung" at the All-Star race? I think the more in run what you brung is interesting from NASCAR's perspective. I think the more interesting thing about that is the teams turned it down. So from that aspect of it, the teams turning it down is far more interesting because the teams always saying we don't want to spend more money. NASCAR is always saying we're trying to save money. From that aspect of it, NASCAR was like spend whatever you want to for the All Star race. So it was a reversal of what's going on, and the teams were like, we're not trying to bring the most cheated up thing we can bring here. As where the teams are always like, we need more room for innovation. Well, when they opened the books and said just run what you brung, the teams didn't want any part of that because they know how expensive it could get for to win one race. So it was an interesting flip in that dynamic, and I think it was a strategy move from NASCAR. If I'm going to be totally honest about it, because now they can use this in their court filings that, hey, we we let them, run what you brung. We took our hands off for this one, and they didn't want any part of it because they said they wanted to save money. And we've been instituting all this stuff over here to save money. So they're probably trying to angle it some way to look good for the court case. I don't know why that was the first thing that jumped into my mind when I saw that, but I thought that was the interesting angle as far as that went. But then again, maybe sometimes I just think about this stuff too much. All of that is quite possible for sure. And I've always got my tinfoil hat on. There's always somebody trying to work an angle, no matter what's going on. So that was my view as far as that good. Good. I love cheated straight up. Says I shot. I don't think Jesse Love cheated because I don't think he touched a bolt on the car. But I think RCR, from your perspective, RCR cheated. Screw Love, says Shaw. So Shy is he went from being a lover and not a husband to now he's saying screw love. Who doesn't love love, Shy? We all love love, except for Shy. Shy doesn't like love. He said boo to love. He straight up I got that. Just joking with you, Shy. He straight up got caught with a slip and slide rear end. Well, yeah, for sure. You're certainly doing everything you can with that rear end to get skew. You want to get as much of that right side corner in the air as possible to create better corner force. Try to say that real fast. In the turns, Love should be sponsored by Love's Truck Stop. Oh, that is an excellent call there, one wise guy. So many Love related things. Jesse Love, he should have around Daytona is like around Valentine's Day, so he should have. For all of the Daytona races, Jesse Love should have some type of like Russell Stovers or some type of what was that? What was that fruit? The chocolate covered fruit company, edible baskets or whatever that was called, Sherry's Berries, whoever. Somebody should for the February race, they should sponsor Jesse Love because that's a no brainer right there. Like you said, Love's Truck Stops. What else is associated with Love? I guess you could get into the adult realm with that, which we're going to stay away from for sure because the children, there are children. So let's keep it PG here. But yeah, Jesse Love, good last name. You would think there would be some more proactive companies within that, or maybe Love's marketing team needs to get on that. So you're welcome. You're welcome, Jesse Love's marketing team. We have laid that one in your lap here. I know I'm a hardcore Boston Bruins fan. When I'm rooting for the Florida Panthers to win 2 playoff series, so the Bruins get a first round draft pick for the Marchand trade. So there you go, Bruce Garvey all over it as far as the hockey goes here. He's pulling for a team to win so he can get a better draft pick. I like it. I like it. I like your style there. Tank for the Bruins for sure. I think Parker Retzliff has as much talent as anyone in Xfinity. Your thoughts, says Jack Markham. I'm with you. I think Tyler Retzliff is one of the better drivers, point blank, period. He rarely, however, he's kind of the Parker Kligerman. He's kind of in the Parker Kligerman role without the announcing as a side hustle. He he's rarely in the best equipment, but when he gets into even mid-tier equipment, he is always at the front of the field making some noise. So I would love to see him get with like an RCR, a Joe Gibbs Racing. I think if he could get into a car like that, he would absolutely, positively just take off, go to the front, no doubt about it. Even a Haas, like Haas would be a good one for sure. Haas is probably another one I should have put up here in the. I just don't. They only give me 4 options, so maybe Haas is where I should have put instead of RFK, which has 0 votes in the poll question. Get your votes in on the poll question if you'd like to, even though RCR is probably going to win. Anyone else like having a double cup race weekend like they did at Pocono? I thought the Pocono deal was pretty cool. Didn't work out, I think, the way they really wanted it to, but I think for sure. Uh, and what's up, Jack Markham? For sure. Also, but yeah, I like the double weekend. I don't think it worked out TV ratings wise, maybe attendance ratings wise, or attendance wise. I don't know. I don't know why they did away with it, but I think it would be a cool thing to bring back, and it could work in the right situation. I'd like to see the Wood brothers get Rodney Childers, says Jamie Schweitzer. I think the Wood brothers are good with who they got. They've already got a win on the season with Josh Berry, so it would be cool to reunite them. But I think they're good as far as that goes. As far as who they've got in place over there, so I think that one would be a little bit of a reach at this point. Don't get me wrong, I love the Love Machine. They cheated, got caught, and deserved the consequences. Says Shaw. So that's fair enough. That's fair enough. If you get caught cheating, you definitely got to pay the piper. Loves diapers. So Jamie Schweitzer going with Loves diapers there. Jamie Schweitzer, that would be awesome. Says Shaw. What do you think the storyline will be? What do you think the storyline will be for the weekend? Well, probably there'll be a lot of talk about Spire and Rodney Childers and where he's going, because I think that's going to still be a shocking event that held place. I think the other big storyline will probably be like, is this the one where Kyle Busch gets it done? I think that'll be a storyline too. And depending on who wins, like we've seen, we've had 6 different winners in the last 6 races since 2022. That could be a storyline too, depending on who wins, because it looks like you've got a good mix of drivers who could get the win here for sure. If Kyle Larson or Denny Hamlin could get the win here, or if one of the Killer Bees could get the win, I think that would be that would add to the narrative there as well. Particularly Christopher Bell, who's already got quite a few wins this season. So any of those storylines could break out. Especially the other thing about the winner, especially if the winner is somebody that typically doesn't get into the playoffs, that would be a big storyline that would come from this. But pre-race, I think it's going to be Kyle Busch and Rodney Childers. Kyle Busch for getting a win, and Rodney Childers, where is he going to go next? And probably commingle it with, is Rodney Childers going to go to RCR and work with Kyle Busch? Because that seems to be like a lot of chatter you see on social media and stuff like that. Lake Chastain punches above his weights in the equipment he's in, says Jack Markham. Yeah, for sure. Ross Chastain, good call there, Jack. Ross Chastain is another one. No matter what he was in, he always drove it. At least very similar to Carson Hocevar. Actually, he always was able to get six or more positions than any of his closest teammates when he was driving with them. So yeah, that's a good call there. I'm with you. I do think Parker Retzlaff is a similar type of race car driver for sure. Just needs to get into the right equipment. BB have 3 monitors working: hockey, the draft, and you. BB is the big middle monitor, though, says Bruce Garvey. Hey, Bruce, I appreciate it, man. I got prime real estate in the Garvey household. Much respect, my friend, for sure. Loves makes diapers. That would be a great sponsor for Jesse Love. LOL, says Joseph Wooten, for sure. Loves diapers would be another good one. But yeah, with that last name, you would expect some more love themed apparel, because who doesn't love love? That was the Toyota Sponsifier. I think that was a Denny Hamlin promo there. One wise guy, Mike Joy, punches out Clint Boyer, says Shaw. So there you go. Maybe we get that, or maybe it's Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick manages some MMA fighters, or at least used to, under the Kevin Harvick Inc. banner. Wow, completely surprised by the stream, says Dirty Def. What's up, Dirty Def? Always, yeah, we're gonna start making these more often once I get back from Talladega. So, spoiler alert, we're streaming more often from here on out. Just trying to get more consistent with it. I know it's been sparse here recently, but we're gonna get back on track here for sure. Just happened to catch it, says Dirty Def. Mike Joy working Barrett Jackson today. Hey, there you go, Barrett Jackson. I didn't know it was Barrett Jackson week, but it's Barrett Jackson week, I guess. Used to be a staple on Speed Channel for sure. When you headed down to Bama, BB, tomorrow we're heading down tomorrow, so should be in there sometime tomorrow afternoon, I would guess. Did you catch Mike Joy on Happy's podcast saying they're not attracting the younger fans, among other things? I saw YouTube has, yeah. So I saw the what is it, the thumbnail with the title, but I haven't been able to watch it yet. So I'm definitely going to go watch that one. I do want to hear what he has to say about it for sure. Kevin Harvick, Happy Hour podcast, has had some pretty good quotes here recently. You've seen a lot of people make videos about quotes coming from the Kevin Harvick Happy Hour podcast. So shout out to them. They're over there doing good work. Harvick, Caitlin Vincey, and Mama Smith doing their thing over there for sure. Catherine needs to be seen this weekend and not heard from, says Joseph Wooten. Yeah, hopefully she stays out of trouble, and hopefully not too much is made about it if she gets into another wreck, because I'm kind of over that whole story arc for sure. Is she inexperienced? Absolutely. Every time she wrecks, do we need to throw our hands up in the air and scream about it? Absolutely not. So it is what it is. Inexperienced in a stock car, I should say. She's got plenty of experience in uh, open wheel and uh, not Trans Am, sports car racing. Sports car, that's the word I was looking for. Rodney needs to go with JGR and become Jade Avidason's crew chief in the famed number 18 ARCA car in 2026. That would be huge for Jade. So there you go. Maybe he decides he doesn't want to do the Cup Series anymore, goes down to a lower level, gets more weekends off because he did say he wanted to focus on the important things with your family. So maybe he goes into one of those roles. Could you imagine him in the Xfinity Series as a crew chief? Good grief, especially at JGR. So good call there, SC 121. That would be wild for sure. Wouldn't even phase Clint. Shaw says one wise guy. I know people have their favorite drivers, but I think most fans would like to see a different winner this weekend, other than the usual suspects. Says Dirty Def. That is part of the fun of these tracks. You never know who's going to win, so that's definitely a good. That's always a good storyline for sure. Good call there, Dirty Def. Did any Stuart Haas people go with Tony Stewart Racing or TSR? I'm not sure. Maybe. Well, I don't know if they really. Maybe some engine tuners. I don't know how that would really translate over to drag racing, but I don't know. I've heard several drivers say the trait that Ross has, they think he can compete with every car on the track, regardless of the equipment. Says Dirty Def. Yeah, probably his greatest gift as a race car driver is his confidence and belief in himself and how hard he drives. I agree with that for sure. 20 minutes till the draft, says one wise guy. One wise guy. I haven't watched the happy interview with Joy yet, but I saw the headline and thought, be careful, Joy. You're going to talk yourself out of a job. So that's the other one I saw today. Rick Allen was on the Dale Jr. download talking about he was told he was going to be let go by NBC, and they told him not to say anything. And then he said even after the fact, he didn't say anything. And he wished he had said something when he was replaced by Lee Diffie. I wished he had said something. And he wouldn't have said anything negative. He just would have explained the situation that was going on. And he said it was a crushing thing to, basically be a NASCAR guy for that long a period of time. And he also said one of the cool things about it is Michael Jordan asked him what he did to get fired. And Rick Allen said he didn't know. But he said the cool thing about that was Michael Jordan knows who I am. So I thought that was a great moment from the Dale Jr. download as well. Check that one out if you haven't checked it out. And also Happy Hour podcast. Check that one out too, because apparently they had a lot of good stuff going on with these two episodes today. I hope Brad Keselowski gets Rodney to be his crew chief, says Miguel. So there you go, Brad Keselowski. So that'd be an RFK vote from Miguel. That would be an interesting pairing for sure. Two veterans, similar to the what a lot of people want with the Kyle Busch deal. Brett Griffin loves Jesse Love when he was on Door Bumper Clear. Says in between the lanes. Rick Allen on the Dale Jr. download is really good. I really appreciated his honesty. He felt weird when Dale Jr. wanted to take over play-by-play, which I completely agree. Had to be uncomfortable as play-by-play. Junior definitely, as an introvert, I can see where he was thinking that for sure. Hey, BB, I'm storm chasing right now. I tape sensors all over my body in hopes that when I become airborne, the sensors pick up the wind speed and velocity. I'm going to go in this. I'm doing this in the name of science. Godspeed. Godspeed to you, John P. Let us know how it turns out for you. Down a couple of glizzies. You want maximum weight just in case the winds are super strong, and stay safe out there, my friend, as much as you can. Wear protection. Are you going to the live stream from Are you going to Are you going to live stream from Dega? I don't know what the internet situation. And I'm sorry I coughed into the mic. I should have hit the button off, and I should have done that when I was coughing, but I didn't think about it. So apologies for that. Are you going to live stream from Dega? No, I am not going to live stream from Dega because I don't know what the internet situation is, but I will try to get as much content as I can out if I'm able to. I am going to take my camera down there. I am going to take my laptop down there unless I forget it again, which happens from time to time. Worst literal nightmare. I'm always scared that's going to happen, but eventually it will. But I'll try to get some content out. I'm not making any promises. But there will be probably no live streams, I'm thinking. So tentative no. That's why we did that's why I did earlier the pre-race. So that's what that was all about. Rick Allen pod was good, especially when he called Junior from being sent home. Says one wise guy. Jade is racing in the Cars Tour Pro Late Model Series this weekend at Orange County Speedway. Says SA. So yeah, normally I would be at that one, checking it out. However, I will be, super far away. But if you are near, go check out Orange County. Always a good track to go to. Not necessarily the greatest of amenities for fans, but they're working on it. But it always puts on a good show, good racing for sure. And the Cars Tour, always a good show as well for sure. BB, did you see the comment from Dale Jr. when asked about getting Newman to race in the Cars Tour? He wants more retired drivers to race in it, says Bruce Garvey. I think he's absolutely on point with that for sure. So hopefully they can get that going. I think they're reaching out to more and more drivers, and hopefully that becomes a thing, no matter how they get it done. Because I think that's going to be overall great for the sport. Are you going to the Cars race in Hickory? BB, says Jamie Schweitzer. As soon as I know, I will let you guys know. The late model schedule has been a little bit different this year. For various reasons. So that's as much as I can tell you. Like I said, when I know I'm going to be somewhere, I'll try to let you guys know. But I'll be in Dega this weekend, so that's where I'll be this weekend. What did you think about the Rodney Childers departure? Is it just Spire having way too many people in investments, so the pressure to win is off the charts? That could be part of it. What I went with, and these are all just guesses and speculation. I just feel like Rodney Childers was so used to doing things the Stuart Haas way. I feel like Spire has their own culture. It seemed to me it just wasn't a good fit for either one. So I do believe both statements, because both were very respectful, great statements from both. I think it was just a situation where it just wasn't a good fit. You've got two good people, but the two cultures of those two people just didn't fit together. So I do think that he will probably go somewhere like an RFK and RCR. I think those would be at the top of the list, possibly a Legacy, but I think RCR would be a good fit 100% for sure. Because you've got so many former Stuart Haas racing employees over there already, and I think RFK's they've got a handful as well. Legacy would be another one that maybe he would look at, but it'll be interesting how it all plays out. BB, love the old school looking mic. Appreciate you, Sha. I try to get the this is what I refer to as the Elvis mic, dynamic cardioid. I don't know what it is, dynamic unidyne mic. So there we go. Let's see. Johnny Fever, WKRP in Cincinnati, says Shaw. So there you go. Johnny Fever, WKRP in Cincinnati. Have fun stream when you get back, says one wise guy. For sure. Wolfman Jack, Shaw. Oh, there you go. Wolfman Jack. That's super. I've even got the streaks now. I'm actually old enough to have them. If you gobble a glizzy at Dega, make sure you think of me prior to that succulent first bite, as a soft tube snaps into a bite-sized bundle of joy, and savor every savory and smooth bite you take. No problem, my man. John P., always in the house. I'm telling you, brother, you need to write an adult children's book with your images to your poems, literature, whatever. Creative story writing, as we'll say here. Will Cletus finish the ARCA race? Didn't know that ARCA had group qualifying, says Dirty Def. Oh, that's a good question. And that was a surprise to Junior as well. He didn't know ARCA group qualified, and neither did I, because I haven't watched ARCA since golly, I can't think of his name off the top of my head now. It's embarrassing. Frank Kimmel, since Frank Kimmel dominated everything in the advanced auto parts, Ford, Taurus. Group qualifying sounds silly, says Shah. Did the second studio ever get finished? We're working on it. It's not, it depends on which second studio you're talking about. But they're both under construction, for sure. But no, they're not finished. BB, which would you, I'd have a temporary studio, but I wouldn't really call it a studio. BB, would you like to see host the Clash first, North Wilkesboro or Rockingham, or neither? Let's see. North Wilkesboro has had the All-Star, so Rockingham would be a better fit for the Clash. Like as far as a premier event goes, of the two choices, I would go with Rockingham there because of that. So that would be my pick. But we have no clue how this particular car will race at Rockingham. And to Dale Jr.'s point on his podcast, he was saying it should never be like that. So I think it has now finally gotten to the point where I've been screaming it for the longest. Everybody else is starting to scream it too. It is time to take some big swings at this car. Iceberg made a very good video about that, by the way. So if you want to check out the Iceberg's video about time to make some big changes to the current Cup car, I would highly encourage you to check that one out for sure. Let's see. Words, they're important, says one wise guy. Indeed, they are. The face Dale Jr. made when he told him that Arca had group qualifying was priceless. He was like, "What the heck?" Says Dirty Death for sure, for sure. Dale Jr. said a lot with his face there. I didn't use words. Words be good, says Shah. Yeah, words is important for sure. Me speak a good, says Shah. Haley Deegan was hinting that her boyfriend might be doing a couple of ARCA races in August. He's a good driver, says SC. Yeah, old Chase, he gets it done on the Millbridge side of things for sure. BB, any thoughts on the promoter's caution at the All Star race? Says Bruce Garvey. I did like what Junior had to say about it. It should have been a fan vote thing. So I did agree with Junior, but other than that, I like the option of having it. It's just a fun, like everybody complained about it in the SRX series, but it's just a version of the fun flag, right? So we'll see. We'll see. No more yellows, says one wise guy. So one wise guy is against it. Me personally, I like to see a race play out the way it plays out, but since it's the all-star race, it's a bit of a gimmick race. For this particular race, if it makes it more interesting, go ahead and do it because there's no points involved. So it's for the fans. So make it as enjoyable for the fans as possible. So for this one race, since it's not a points race, I would say just do something, try something, see how it works out. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. NFL draft 8 minutes away. Who gets Rodney? 48% saying RCR, 4% for RFK, Legacy at 12%, 36% in the other camp. So there you go. Interesting. A little bit closer than the first poll with 36% saying other and 48% saying RCR. Toyota. One wise guy going with Toyota. He wants Rodney to be a Toyota man for sure. Hang out here for a couple more minutes, see if you guys have anything else to say. Otherwise, I will jump off. Let's see. Let's see how many races NOS is going to sponsor. Old spin here. It just says multiple races. Hayek Motorsports, formerly JTG Doherty, proud to announce the continued, this is from Hayek Motorsports, by the way, partnership with NOS Energy Drink, who will serve as primary sponsor for multiple races in the 2025 season. This collaboration brings together two high energy brands committed to performance, adrenaline, and pushing the limits. So there you go. And it will be the car this weekend at Dega for Ricky Stenhouse Jr., but they didn't say exactly how many races they're going to run. So that is the other story that I meant to get to on the first one that I didn't have a ton of information. Still don't know exactly how many races for sure. That NOS is going to be on the side of the 4-7 there. Well, Jade, I finished P2 and I ended up getting P1 again this weekend in the Cars Tour, says SC. That's a good question. She does have a Cars Tour win. That is not easy to do. The other car got thrown out for cheating, so that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. But a win's a win. You don't give back the money, even if you might not have the trophy. Honeycutt's going to beat her, says Jack Markham. Honeycutt's a beast in those cars. Look out for. I don't know if Max Reeves is. It just depends day to day with Max Reeves. Max Reeves is going to be tough to beat at that track as well. Because if you throw enough money at a race car, it will run good regardless of who the driver is. Shadur to the Saints, says OJ and Toothpaste. So OJ and Toothpaste thinking that the Saints are going to get Shadur Sanders. Not looking good for landing a series sponsor replacement for Xfinity so far. I haven't heard a peep, says Jimmy Schweitzer. I think they'll get it done, though. I think they'll figure out something for sure. You guys leaving tomorrow is Saturday. We're going to leave tomorrow, probably in the morning. One wise guy. Track coming up at Orange County. Caution today in practice. Oh, man. Always the issue at Orange County. It needs they patched it pretty good last season, but after a Cars Tour debacle. But however, during the Cars Tour race, a chunk of the track did come up and hit a spectator. So hopefully they get it figured out this time and we don't have a repeat of that because that's just a bad deal, bad situation. But I love that track. So hopefully everything goes good. And they always do put on good racing. Just sit really high up in the stands if you're going there to watch one. Go Knicks, says in between the lanes. So in between the lanes, going with 50 Cent and the Knicks there. 50 Cent with a great tweet that I'm not going to repeat here, but it is what it is. 50 Cent was devastated because the Knicks lost, and one of his rap heroes did something he didn't like. So we'll leave it at that. Suarez, destination, if he leaves Trackhouse, I can team like Legacy picking him up. I can see a team like Legacy picking him up if they get a third car. He's hit international appeal. Yeah, for sure. That would be a pretty cool deal. Road trip. Must have beef jerky, says one wise guy. So there you go. One wise guys go to. Let me know your favorite road trip snack down below. Mine is peanuts. I like peanuts. So I think that's a good one. Wise guys going with beef jerky there. Have a safe trip, BB. Good night. Take them easy, SC. Hope you have a good night as well. Safe travels to you and the cuz. Jets drafting tonight equals alcohol, says Bruce Carvey. So JETS, Jets. Hopefully they get you somebody good in there. Any idea who waves the green flag or drives the pace car at Talladega, says Jamie Schweitzer. I haven't seen anything yet. Let me go to NASCAR.com and see if they've got it listed there real quick. Uh, 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 Childers, deep dive into Priest's flip inside the race. Why it's so difficult to keep cars from going airborne? They've got the paint schemes for the doubleheader, but they do not have off the top here who is going to wave the flags there, the all-star format. We kind of touched on that a little bit. Yeah, they don't. I'm not seeing it anywhere. Cletus is going to race in ARCA. Yeah, I'm not seeing it anywhere on the NASCAR website. So unfortunately, don't have that information for you, Mr. Schweitzer. But as soon as I hear something, I guess I'll let you guys know. Jets says in between the lanes. Michael Cole said the Jets suck. Says one wise guy. So Michael Cole playing the bad guy role there. Pace car gets stolen again, says Bruce Carvey. It would be cool if they recreated that. I think it was a fix. I think it was a work the first time too. I don't think anybody actually stole it. I think it was just something to get the fans hyped up. But if you want to believe it, feel free to believe it. I'll put on my tinfoil hat and roll with you as far as that goes. But I think it was a work. I think it was a fix. T minus 3 minutes till the NFL draft. So there you go. Looks like everybody's getting geared up for the draft. So I'll do the same. I'll go in there and watch the draft as well. Hopefully your team drafts somebody that doesn't suck and you're able to pull for several years to come. Final results of the poll question. No surprise here. RCR is who most of us here think is going to get Rodney Childers. RFK got 7%, Legacy 14%, Other got 31%, but 48%, 47% now RCR. And that's going to do it for this one. Catch you guys on the flip side. Have a good weekend. Check you out at Vegas. Peace.